Good girl. There's my girl. Hey, John. There's my hunting dog, Daisy. Beautiful day here today. Is it nice where you're at, John? Yeah, they are. Yep, sure are. Sure nice here. This is white oak right here. White oak tree. Beautiful though. Clean air up here. You see that farm in the background with the blue roof? Well, it looks blue, but it's actually white. Love these days. Doing a time-lapse video. You like these time-lapse videos, John? Oh, okay. Daisy, what do you think of the day today? You liking it? Good girl. Hey, Penny. You hear those birds chirping? Oh, good. Yeah, really easy to do. All you do is push the button. Hey, Penny, how'd your day go, Penny? How's the niece doing? See, old Colin Powell died of COVID, man. That's too bad. Everything he went through and then dies of COVID. God. Hey, John, you go on any other social media platforms? Do you go on any other? Penny, do you? Do you go on any other places like YouTube? Oh, good. Josis? Yeah, beautiful here. Nice. Oh, I hope she does. What type of work she do, Penny? Oh, she works for you. Okay. She dodged a bullet. Oh, gotcha. Which ones, John? Yeah, I agree, John. Yeah, I think so too. Sad to see him go that way. I mean, 84, I mean, that's pretty long life, but jeez. We always wonder what would have dug this sand up here near this rock. You know, this was big Native American territory. These trees, beautiful. Hey, Salty Girl. Want to come down there and get to Indialantic. Told you it was a cute little town. The Zeros. Check out the Radisson next time, Salty Girl. The Radisson. Killer location. Oh, okay. Do you go on any places like YouTube, though, where people upload videos? They're pissing me off lately so bad. I saw two does this morning. I took Daisy over to her place where I let her swim in the summer. And the does, it's kind of a weird place. They cross there a lot. There's a wooded area. And for some reason, they're always cutting across the street, but there's a 6-foot fence. And those does had just come out of the wooded area and they were walking. Then they saw me and they were standing right next to that fence. And both of them just leaped up and cleared that 6-foot fence like it was nothing. From a standing jump. Daisy's back there looking around. You know, I mean, if I go someplace like where there's no cars around, which kind of like here, I just let her take off. She never got lost, always comes back. She's just over there looking around at things. I never come up here. This is this hill right near the spot, actually. No, I'm talking about platforms like YouTube, other places where you can upload video. I mean, it's getting to the point where you got to say a prayer before you upload a video now. I'm not kidding you. You can't even say drugs, legal drugs or illegal drugs. That's why these latest uploads, I can't even say how they die. Because they'll tag me with recreational drug use. Seriously. Oh yeah, I love deer. They're a lot bigger up here. It's Bernoulli's, is it Bergman's? Yeah, Bergman's principle. Bergman's principle. The further north you get to the equator, the bigger mammals get. And that's basically to survive the winters. If you look at key deer, little dinky things, they don't need to be big. And then by the time you get up to Alaska and Colorado and places like that, they're big. Bergman's principle. Hey, Mary. Yeah, it's a good point. Never looked at it that way. I almost went kayaking today. Believe it or not, it's harder to get my kayak in the van. I got to do something about that. Because before I'd open the latch, slide it across the back of the lip of the two doors that open until the bow got between the seats. It fit perfectly. Well, now I don't have that. It wants to drop down. You know, because I don't actually, it wasn't the latches, it was the top of the seat, the rear seat worked out perfect. So I gotta think of something else. Actually, I would have went kayaking today, but I didn't feel like messing with it. Yeah, deer are cool, aren't they? There is a no banning anywhere in the Lower Peninsula. You're not supposed to feed deer. I got that wrong. That goes to show you, man. Like recording phone calls, whatever. Call the local prosecutor or the state. Because I looked up an article about 2 weeks ago, you know, Google it, is deer baiting legal now in Michigan? And the article I read said that it was 2 gallons and under. And I thought, well, that's good enough. You know, you're lazy, you kind of think, well, why would someone say that it's legal when it's not? Well, that's what somebody said. So those sugar beets, which is a big food used to bait deer, it was illegal to do. So I'm messed up. Yeah. You know, put a pair of antlers on Daisy. I'll tell you one thing I find kind of odd around here. You know, this is big Native American territory. Why aren't people finding arrowheads? If it was such a big Native American territory. I looked back in some old articles. They didn't even find them when they were digging I-75, that expressway down there when they came through. Something's not adding up. No, you never know, John. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be. It depends what. I mean, you shouldn't feed them if you're not supposed to. I did one time in the winter when they would have starved to death otherwise. It's one of those weird winters where it gets warm, like some crazy, nutty 50 or 60-degree day for 2 days. Everything melts. They've already basically had everything to eat. And then it snows deep, and then it freezes again. And they can't even browse. You can tell when that happens because, you know, they've chewed any leafy thing they could get their hands on or their mouth on, and you know, there's nothing anywhere to eat. And I give in for that, I guess. I just can't seem to have it happen. One year, it was really only 1 year I did that a lot, but I like to give them treats like apples and stuff, but I'm not doing that if you're not supposed to. I mean, you know, I think there's a method to the madness on controlling it, and if they say don't do it, don't do it. They'll bust you up here for an overflowing bird feeder. I'll tell you another thing I found very odd, and I haven't got a straight answer on this yet either. You know, I've been coming up here for a long time, but just lived up here for 10 years. And I noticed in my kayaking experience, which really wasn't that much, I didn't get my first kayak till like July, that I didn't see any turtles. Zero, none, not one turtle. I'm talking about, well, I did see one actually. I'm talking about, and then that one that I got, but it wasn't from I'm talking about Lake George. They used to be all over, like piles of them. You get close up and like 50 of them would roll off a log into the water. So what in the hell has happened to the turtles? I know those crazy kids of my nephews were catching them and stuff, and somebody turned them in for that, but that's been a while, and you would have thought that they'd come back by now, but no turtles. Didn't see any turtles. You know, I never realized it because I'm not a hunter, but some guy was on here. You know, people think I'm anti-hunting. Not really. I just don't do it. I wouldn't derive any pleasure from that. Is it necessary? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I just can't do it. You ever look behind the lobbying on limits and takes and when seasons start and that kind of stuff? I'll tell you who's behind deer hunting. Insurance companies. Like I told you a couple of weeks ago, there was a car clipped a deer, 14 grand. Can't even get parts. So if you're an insurance company, I know we had 400. What the hell is that thing chirping? We had 400 it was either last year or the year before, 400 deer hitting the county. I've come close. I've grazed a couple, but nothing. Hey, you want to know something I found out today? You're not going to believe it. So I've got this Toyota Sienna in my garage. It's in really good shape. And I'm about at the point where I'm going to have to kiss somebody's ass to take these kayaks someplace. Which, I'll be glad to pay. But, it's just bullshit. Putting them over at somebody else's place. So just for the hell of it, I called my insurance company today. And I said, hey, I've been thinking about insuring this Toyota Sienna. As it turns out, it's a 2007. I thought it was a 2008. Because when I gave them that year, they couldn't match that VIN number. But anyway, it's 2007. I wanted to add it as a second vehicle, just so I could put my kayaks in my garage. About another $260 a year. That's it, without collision. Another $500 with. See, the thing on collision on older cars is, when like my Astrovan, I've got 428,000 miles. If I get in a collision, they're going to give me a check for $100 and try not to bust out laughing. So it doesn't make to get collision on something like that. The theory behind collision is that you've got a financial interest tied up in it. You don't want to get stuck holding a note when the car's been trashed. Although that's why the lenders require you to get collision insurance. That's why. I don't mind rolling the dice for 3-4 grand, but I thought, well, I do get comprehensive though, and I do that because of my windshield problem. So I think I'm going to get plates and license this damn Toyota so I can put my kayaks in the garage. Just drive it once in a while. I mean, I'm not too thrilled on it, but I need the kayak space. It's more of a problem than worried about paying a little more with the second vehicle. Plus, if I have to get my Astrovan work done, I can just not worry about it. Now, the Toyota is not all-wheel drive, which, you know, you get used to. But I'm telling you, if you read the studies on all-wheel drive with the right tires, you got all that weight on those front tires. And believe it or not, there's all sorts of applications where two-wheel drive does just as good as four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drives, all-wheel drive is kind of like a macho thing. It's just like horsepower. You know, men, at least most men I know, in the back of your mind, you know, you want to have this, be able to, you know, need this 450 horsepower in case you have to pull a school bus out of a drainage ditch or something, but it never hardly happens. I've gotten much better on that. I used to have every bell and whistle in the world in my airplanes. This stupid stuff. Hey Rita. Hey Jennifer. Yep, sure did. Is the signal pretty good here? It should be. I'm up high, but you never know which way. Got my time lapse going. Hi, hon. What you doing, honey? I got a lot of work done today. I took a damn blood pressure pill last night, man. It made me sick. Felt like shit all night, and when I got up today, I even felt worse. I took too big a one. I went back and looked at my old records. I took twice as much as I should have. It just upset my GI tract. Just feel like crappy. I think I'm going to take one day off, then start it a little lower. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to get in shape. Hey, Conan. Yeah, they're great cars. I'll tell you this, Nang. Now, once I commit to something, it's balls out. Except my room that I haven't finished painting yet. But I guarantee you and I'm 65, I'll be 66 January. I guarantee you, I weigh 234 pounds now. I guarantee it, by January 1st, I will weigh 210. And I will be bench pressing 280. And I will have lost 3 inches on my waist. Guarantee you. When I do this, no alcohol, no candy, no sugars, nothing processed. I don't screw around. You're going to think I'm a damn bodybuilder when you run into me. I've done it a million times in my life. This is the longest period that I never, that I just didn't feel like working out. I was getting old, man. I mean, I don't want to shoot my whole wad in an hour and a half in a gym every day. I want to have some room to like fool around with my YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, anybody out there that goes to another social media platform where you can upload videos, let me know which one it is and what you think about it. Because I'm just getting stifled on YouTube. They went from like promoting me to like put me on the shit list. Yeah, empty calories, yeah. Hey, Scott. Parlor? What is it? Yeah, I don't want one. Here's another one too. You guys know the kind of stuff I upload, right? I don't want one towards gamers, none of this bullshit. You know what I really wish for? I know this sounds terrible. It's not anti-American at all. But I wish TikTok would come out with like a YouTube version where it wasn't this one. And I tried TikTok. My TikTok is Chosen Tick. That's the name. I just couldn't get into it. It's mostly young people. I mean, shit, you may watch me fumbling around for a bottle cap on the floor for 90 seconds, let alone make a video you can start watching. It's just not my bag. Same with Facebook, Instagram. Even though I like taking photos, I don't want to mess with it. I don't know why and how I got in YouTube, but I did. Oh, good, John. Oh, I don't want any political bullshit either. I'm gonna tell you, I spent about 4 hours researching YouTube terms of service, their policies, man. They're in court all the time. I'm not knocking YouTube. It's been a wonderful experience. It's been great, but it's just getting to where now I'm afraid to like upload anything that I got popular on YouTube from. Can't mention drugs. Not that I'm promoting. And the thing is there's no distinction anymore between doing, like, I wouldn't call my stuff documentary style, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to figure out how they got there, why they haven't left, that kind of thing. Well, I can't even ask them that anymore. I can't. If I say to somebody during a thing, something about an antidepressant, they'll take that off too. So I mean, if you can't differentiate between, like doing something a television show would do out of common interest and promoting it, which I'm not saying they are. It's just if the rules are the same for those two examples, then it's probably not going to work for me. Oh yeah, that's my girl right there. Oh yeah, always with Dad. Yup. Just so sick of it. Yeah, I'm like that with everything. You got to get in the right frame of mind. I don't even know what causes it. It either happens or it doesn't. I mean, it's not always like cause of anything I could articulate. I don't know. I just thought yesterday I got to start doing this. I haven't been feeling that great. That's probably one reason. But I don't think I'm really not too much overweight, maybe a little bit. I mean, I've worn the same size pants since high school. Hey, Maggie. Yeah, what I start worried about, what I worry about a little, not a lot, is joint replacement. I sure would like to avoid that. Even though, like, that Dr. Daniel Claw, that pain expert that says a third of knee replacements, they still have chronic pain. I ran that by my buddy, and he said it's nonsense. So you don't know what to believe. But I just, I'm going to, when I was in Chicago, I did it other times too. I would, like, just eat anything I want. Get as strong as I could, get up to around like 245, and then slowly taper it off to, like, try to get down to about 220. That worked good, but I don't think I could do that now. I think if I got up to 250 again or 245, I'd never get down to 220 again. I don't know what's going on there with your body, but it's just not as easy. It's just like when you're young, you're like kind of basically strong. But when you get out of shape like I am now, I even know, like, simple shit that you wouldn't blink an eye on as a young person. Like getting in and out of a kayak as an example. Getting in's not bad, but getting out, I notice that they're like odd angles. You're like low and you're bending over, reaching up to a dock. It's like, holy shit, I'm gonna need to hire a block and chain, get a block and chain. Yeah, the thing that's odd about that is, though, YouTube kind of got held to the fire on guidelines that the FTC could regulate, which scared the hell out of them. But they're actually going beyond that now. You can go on regular TV and, do an interview or something with a drug addict or a prostitute, and it's no problem. It's like I said, there's a big difference between promoting it and finding out what it's like and why people struggle to get out. Really, I was thinking about that today, though, and it's easy to, it's just like this state police debacle that I got going on. Look, I am not in any way anti-law enforcement. I'm not. I think by and large, even the Michigan State Police is, like, great. It's like a highly ranked police department. It's just I've had a couple run-ins with some of these clowns, and that damn smear fest that they went on, chasing those goddamn lies about me without ever saying one part of the other side of the coin. I have no criminal record. I got a degree. I'm a PI. I got a pilot's license. None of that was mentioned. You couldn't go through all 11,000 videos and ascertain that I'm a pretty good guy and try and do the right thing. Nothing was mentioned about that. And that's what pissed me off. Yeah, you can't do that stuff on YouTube anymore. You can, but you're never going to get monetized for it, which, at the beginning wasn't that big a deal. But if I'm going to go out there, and as long as I can do it, because YouTube now, and they admit this, run ads on all videos, even if they're not monetized. So, I mean, what's the sense of them making money and me not getting any of it? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm running around for free. I think it is horrible the way the state police said. Did you listen to that one video? That I'm checked for mailing fraud. That's that tramp in Las Vegas, something she created. That they want to get my channel down. That's another one she created. That I'm threatening a state trooper. That's that kook in Canada that's a convicted felon. It's under an investigation by the state police in Illinois, though there's not much they can do because she lives in Canada. It's all bad sources that weren't vetted. And if you just watched my channel, or if you even knew me a little bit, you could conclude in a report a much different ending than they portrayed me. They portrayed me as being just some kook out there that's about ready to go down any day. And at the end of it, they added, I like to interview prostitutes. Yeah, just like YouTube. In what vein? No, it's not like I'm demeaning them or not helping them or whatever. So what? What does that have to do with anything? And they lied again today. I never got any electronic bills. I'm going to find those things tomorrow, those paper invoices they claim they never sent. It's a bunch of bullshit. Like, I'm going to pay a $78 fee, and then I'm going to ignore one for 14 months. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense, man. Seriously. Thank God for recorded phone calls. She couldn't give me a copy of the invoice that they sent. Are you kidding me? In 2021? Yeah, you know why? Because she doesn't have one. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you this is what I know for sure. They would just die to not have me know about that smear campaign they painted. I wasn't supposed to know about that. I was applying through the Freedom of Information Act for some other info, and I thought, what the hell? I'll just take a stab in the dark and request records about me. Yeah, well, you saw what I got, don't you? Goddamn internal memorandum of a smear campaign. And this is by a state agency that supposedly wouldn't have any axe to grind. I don't get it, because none of it is true or accurate. It's nuts. Where's my Daisy girl, my deer hunter girl? I like it getting darker earlier, I'll tell you that. Daisy, where are you, hon? Where you at, babe? Daisy girl. Where you at, hon? I wish a frost would get here. Man, I tell you, I bought a box of Claritin D the other day. I took out one little, they come in that bubble thing. I put it in my van. I cannot find the other two in the box. I don't know what in the hell I did with them. Come on, hon. About what, Lori? Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I'll tell you one thing, though. I document this stuff, and, you'd have a hard time coming away from that not agreeing with me. What a bunch of bullshit. I think I've misquoted it before, but I want you to look up section 230. I think I might have said a couple of times it was 203. It's 230. And there's pending legislation now on changing that. If that changes, you're going to see chosen one out of every damn title, and saying I'm writing, making channels, I'm a serial killer. All that shit's going to be down the drain. And if it isn't, I'm going to be like buying a spare house in Hawaii. Yeah, I mean, but again, man, I'd rather not go through it. You know what I mean? If I could avoid it, but I'm not rolling over for any of these people just because you have a police uniform on. It doesn't mean a thing to me. I can take it either way. I think you've learned over the time. If I have friends and get along with them, that's great. But I'm not I'm not running for office and applying for jobs. So if nothing else, it's afforded me to be honest, which of course is subjective. I'm sure I'm wrong about all sorts of things. Bunch of bullshit. What are you confused about, Jamie? Oh, Bigfoot video? Yeah, I got that suit. I haven't worn that in a long time. This is a perfect weather for it, man. You'll burn up on that thing. Look at the farm over there. You'll burn up on that thing in the summertime. It's hot. There's a moving truck going north. Man, you don't see too many moving trucks. I've been trying to get a trailer, the 10-footer, the 5x10, and all the trailers are gone. So are the 6x12s. Oh, was that you that got a hold that emailed me about getting in some trouble, or you got framed? Oh, you're lucky, Cone. It's nice here too. I think it's nice here. Yeah, I don't blame you. I look at both sides of the coin too. I do too. I mean, I admit when I mess up. Hey, Tammy. This beautiful sunset tonight. Getting hot, huh? That hot. That sun hitting on that black fur. They're crazy, man. These women are nuts. Hey, Brian. You know, I don't really think that. Be honest with you. I'll tell you. And I think that sometimes I think they they like me a little bit. I mean, but most of the time it's really not. I mean, like that kook in Indiana, I never got that vibe. I did get that vibe from that Catherine 313, which is why I thought, you know, and it isn't like if somebody like acts like they're nice, I'm just some big jerk about it. It wasn't that at all. Actually, I give myself an A+ for like, you know, being upfront and, you know, saying, hey, I don't mind taking you out to dinner or something when I come down here. But it isn't like I was leading anybody on. But some of these nut jobs, well, all of them actually, anybody that I cut off, I'm glad that I did. And my only mistake may have been not doing it sooner. It's not like I'm like, you know, bullshitting people out there. And any of the people that we're talking about, and you know who most of them are, I know you do, Mary, their own personal lives are disasters. No relationships, most of them don't have jobs, they've never had a career, they've got criminal records, their neighbors hope they'd move, they don't last long anywhere. So it's a certain type personality that seems disproportionate. But when you look at everybody that's subscribed and everybody that's interacted and the people that come on the lives like this one, it's a bunch of good people. Partly because we've blocked the people that were difficult, but there's a certain type personality that doesn't feel satisfied until they're causing trouble. They have nothing else in their life. And that really releases dopamine for them to get somebody else in trouble and try to wreck their life. No, this is just weeds, believe it or not. This is just weeds. Look at Daisy laying down. What are you sneaking for, hon? This is, that's the rest stop right over there. You know, when they came through, I think it was 72, the state bought this. You know, they only gave these guys 400 acre, which seems pretty damn cheap. Although, to be honest with you, it really wasn't worth much. So, you know, there's a pretty strict formula on that right of eminent domain. It's not like they go in and steal it all. And I know this sounds terrible, but taking Delray, you know, I can see how you grew up there, you miss your home, all that. But every single example of I knew of that people ended up getting a better place in a nice neighborhood. Now, of course, that's subjective. And I know they miss home, and you're not going to get that big yard with, you know, 100-foot trees in it because Delray was an old established neighborhood. But if you're looking, I thought the state did a good job on that. They had that beef with that Hispanic Baptist church, and I think they hired a lawyer, and his job was to try and get him more money, whether he did or whether he didn't. You can forget about beating eminent domain. The $50,000 question is the dollar amount, and that's pretty much etched in stone. I mean, you can argue it, and in order to save legal fees, sometimes they'll give you more, but when a project like that comes through, it's basically lights out. Oh, thank you, John. Yeah, the thing about it, Dave, is I don't have any place to put it. You know, I checked on insuring that Toyota I have in the garage. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just like, God, I have a hard time pulling the trigger on that. Because I know I'm going to be like, it's going to be January. There'll be 8 inches of snow stuck to the windshield, and I got to go out and start it because they're plowing the driveway out front or something. But I don't want to, I'd rather have my kayaks in my driveway. Not my driveway, my garage. Anyway, I've been getting in shape and getting more organized. Such a great night. Look at that beautiful. See, there's too much sun coming this way, but when it gets a little lower, it's beautiful, vibrant green. See, I got one GoPro sitting on the propane tank over there, and the other one there on a tripod. All right, Conan, thank you. Have a good night. Yep, have a good night. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know. Yeah, they just decide they don't like you, and I mean, I'm not perfect. I know this, and I probably do say stuff about their looks when I get mad, and I shouldn't. Yeah, it's really nice out. Yeah, if you watch that little video on Sweet Pea, what a charming young girl. Here's the thing that I've come with out of this thing, doing this. You know, I was just interested in it, really. I didn't really like the idea of it getting popular like it did. Really wasn't into that, which is why I haven't done it in quite a while. But what I've learned is that, and this is a tough one, and that is that some of these people, they're not getting out of there. It's just like a woman that gets beaten by her husband that doesn't want to leave. There's nothing you can do about it. Doesn't make sense, but you keep going back, trying to help it. Their rules aren't the same rules that you have. You gotta accept that, and it sucks. I don't know if I accept it even still. Another thing that I've learned through all that is I used to think I didn't have any expectations. Well, I guess I did, because I think after a while with them dropping off and getting hit by cars and people not investigating it, and most of the people not getting better, just lying and selling the stuff you gave them, and you finding it in a alley a week later. I mean, I can only take so much of that. That's what I think happened. And I think the final cherry on the top, which really got me, like, you know how it is, like, all of a sudden you're not doing things, and people ask you why, and you say, I don't know, you know, I'm tired, the gas costs too much. And then I started getting hassled down there, and really a big thing was just getting too recognized. It was usually good, but not always. So at this stage of the game, when I'm not really interested in being popular, it doesn't make any sense to go down there anymore. At least not this current climate. You call the cops, they don't show up. Everybody knows that. The cops, actually, I really never had any problem with them down there. They were rude a couple of times, super unprofessional. But it wasn't enough to not make me want to go down there. So what was just like an innocent, fun time for a while kind of morphed into this is not so fun anymore. Yeah, I think. I mean, I think the Raven thing. Speaking of, here's another one. Not a big deal. I will describe Raven's family as different. Okay? So, they don't have a lot of money. I know they live in different states. The majority of them live in the Upper Peninsula. I used to keep in touch with one sister, but I haven't talked to her in a long time. And there's another one that kind of was in charge of everything. That thanked me for, whatever. And about 6 months ago, I thought, well, hell, maybe I'll just, buy a tombstone for him. I mean, I don't believe in that stuff. I don't care if I have one. But just in case I'm wrong, I'll buy one. It's no big deal. So I texted the sister and said, hey, haven't talked to you in a while. How about, I wasn't going to go make a video of it. I was just going to buy one, put it out there, and make sure they were cool with it. Because, I don't want to be one of these kooks that all of a sudden I'm best family friends and without asking anybody, I'm placing tombstones on grave sites of people that I'm not related to. So I texted her and I said, look, I'll be willing to buy a tombstone, have it put on her. She just answered me 3 days ago. You know how long ago it was when I texted her? 6 months ago. So you get my point? Nothing really wrong with that, but when I just say different, I think that gives you one more iron in the fire understanding. Yeah. What are you doing, hon? Oh, what a nice night. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, it's just strange. It's really weird, but it's still the minority of the people, I think. Most people are very nice, really good. And I still have a shit ton of stuff to hand out, but I'm telling you, next time I go down there, it's going to be with an armed guard with me. And as I got more noticeable down there, it was like distracting. I got Daisy and I got the windows down, people are reaching in, it's just got to where it's like, forget this, man. You want dinky water? You want dinky water? Yeah, I think so. I mean, when I don't like somebody, I stay away from them. I'm not going on their channel. I don't care what their video's about. There's people I've cut off because they'll send me links to these videos. Why in God's name would anybody think that I have any interest in these people? I mean, I really have better stuff to do. You want dinky water? You want dinky water? She does want dinky water. Hey, there you go. You want dinky water? One of these? Dinky water. Oh, yeah, dinky water. Yep. I'm getting it. Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. How you doing, Stacy? Yeah, she's thirsty. I knew she would be. You know, once that sun hits that black fur, even on a cool day like today, you really notice it. You can't see that good now because the sun's bright. See, there's my one camera. Come on. I'm going walkie. Good girl. Hey, you guys ever watch those videos on YouTube? There's a couple guys out there that all they do is like fix the hoofs of cattle. I didn't know it, but stones get in their hoofs. Go check it out. It's like the hoof guy or whatever. Just type in hoof doctor or something like that. Man, I don't know why I find that so interesting, but I've sure watched a lot of them. Yeah, big shadows. I would never think that like a stone could like work its way up through a hard hoof, but it does. Basically, a hoof is just you know, a big giant toenail. Oh, you like that ride through the wood, Indigo? Oh, that's cool. Goshen. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time down there. I was down in Fort Wayne one time about 20 years ago doing a surveillance, and I was staying at a Red Roof Inn. I looked out and you could see two sheriff's cars. Anyway, long story short, there was a prostitute there, and the reason that the cops got called was because she was banging on doors soliciting. So the cops get there and they figure out what room she's in, and they end up you know, verifying she was in there. So they took the door off the hinges. I don't know how they did that, but they did. And anyway, they ended up catching her and a local pharmacist with prescription drugs he had given her without a prescription. And he lived in that town. I think he was on the school board. You talk about a bad day. I don't know what kind of bird makes that noise. I sure would like to see it, though. I thought it was a chipmunk, but it isn't. It's a bird. Anybody recognize that sound? I hear something running down through here, probably a deer. It's deer hunting season here. It's a nice oak tree. Now this is all eroded out of here, and these trees are still doing pretty well. I thought I saw a security camera over here, which didn't make sense because they don't have one out front. Sure look like one. Yep, right there, security camera. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, northern Michigan, yep. Oh, really, Stacy? Yeah, it's nice over here. It's a township office. Oh, these trees, how big these roots are. I'm behind this township, you know, where I sit and do the sunsets a lot. I got a couple cameras rolling. Yeah, glad you didn't hit it. In Michigan now you can keep them after you hit them. The girl, hun? Yeah, I like the water stuff too. I mean, I go to that same place and do those to me, I never plan on going over there doing a video, and then it just looks so good, I do it. Like tonight, I wasn't going to do a video, and then I look out there and I see all these great colors and the sun's shining, and it's like I don't want to miss it. You can rent this big building for like super cheap, like $100 or something. There's a lot of things up here like that. Yeah, she likes it. She hears that squirrel or whatever the hell it is. I think it's a bird, but yeah, I do talk to him once in a while. Becky texted me the other day. I haven't talked to her though. You talking about my dog? I'm not really sure. I did see some full-blooded Shih Tzus the other day, and I'm sure she's not full-blooded. They had like a normal chest and little legs, and Daisy's got a big wide chest. They just put this new metal roof on here. Oh yeah, I guess they do have a security camera here. They need to put one in the back, on the side over there. People, I see them throw garbage out there all the time. I think that's terrible, putting up videos of Maddie about what she looks like. I think that's bad karma. I'm not leaving you, hon. I'm not leaving you. Wow, you're feeling good today, aren't you? Wow. Wow. Wow, you're feeling good, aren't you? Wow, huh? Wow. What? What? You good girl? Good girl. Yeah, she loves riding around. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I believe it, T-Stealth. See that barn? Can you see that? See, in the summertime, like just a couple months ago, that sun was way to the right by now. By probably 20 degrees. More north. What's wrong, Brian? Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Red. I think so. I mean, you know, good as can be, I think. Not really, no. Nope. Oh, okay. That's what I am, Scottish and Irish. Yeah, no, this will be a good one. It's a little high now, but it'll be gonna be good. No clouds though. Dry today. Tammy, you close that cabin down for the whole winter? Or do you go up there every once in a while? Yeah, we don't have any great Mexican place around here. Yeah, it's 75. Yep, that's the rest stop. If you go on Google Maps, you'll see this building where I'm sitting, and you'll see exit 212. That's right before 212. And you can see the lights in that barn, the sun shining through that barn over there. They're real nice people. Yeah, I don't know if there are less of them or not. Yeah, I mean, I'm out of shape, and actually, I have too much air in those tires for that application. If I'd have had less air, it'd have been. There's only like a couple hills, but no, it's not. It's not really. What I do know is if I ever got another fat tire bike again, I might. That's only a 7-speed, and it's not enough. Like I've got a 23-speed recumbent bike, and that, which allows you to be in a gear in any configuration that'll make it like reasonably easy to pedal. 7 doesn't even. I'm in first gear all the time. I hardly edit another gear, so that's not a good sign. I should be shifting gears, and if I had 21, I would be. So when I'm on a little, not too bad of an incline, even if I'm in first gear, it's like too hard to pedal. I mean, I didn't want to shoot my whole wad on a couple little hills. That's why. And you'll see that one area I got off. That's because I have too much air in the tires for sand. But the minute I get out of sand, I need that air in the tires. So that's kind of what you deal with on a fat tire bike. And I didn't want to try and like get stuck in that sand with the air I had. That's why I just turned it around, walked back, and then started riding when the grass got hard. Yeah, Daisy's bored. She gets bored easy. Yeah, I don't know where that guy's at. That's weird. Well, just the whole thing's strange, isn't it? I mean, the parents seem weird. The poor girl, her parents. About another 20 minutes, this will be low. When's the daylight saving times go away? Because then it'll be really getting dark early. Oh, okay. Yeah, sunset should look a lot better as soon as it gets a little lower. Perfect day today, no wind. Yeah, it would be, yeah. Yeah, it looks like the moon's maybe, I think we're probably 4 or 5 days away from a full moon. Yeah, Daisy's always like looking around like this, even when she was young. Really young dog. Yeah, her lakes all over around here, yep. Lot. Yeah, it would be a good time. Hey, Frisky. What was that lady talking about in Barris? Wanted to ask me something. I changed the setting on here the other day where you gotta be subscribed. Brian, are you getting Medicare now? I don't know what the hell she was talking about. Yeah, it needs to get about. As soon as it gets right below, it'll look good. Hey, Godot. Oh, okay. But I don't know what she was talking about. Did I miss something? I didn't really understand what she was saying. I missed it too. I was asking you. Oh, okay, Penny. Oh, okay. Good luck, Jennifer. You can do it. Yeah, it's going to be good as soon as it gets a little lower. It did, didn't it? Almonds. I'm on a diet. Hey, Sandy. No. Yeah, that's true. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. No, nope. No, we're fine. Yeah, it's nice, Jennifer. When's the last time you were at the turkey roost?
Hey, Ashley. Oh, wow. Would you just be going up there to vacation at the time? Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Ashley? All right, John. Have a good night. Yeah. Yeah, I was in the background. Yep. Oh, good for you. How much? Oh, okay. Oh, good for you. Yeah, a lot of space. It helps waiting.
Yeah, Birch Run's starting to have a little problem down there. Yeah, just the mall model is like faltering. People not making money, leaving, nobody wanting to replace them, that kind of thing. Well, I think I'm going to sign air off for you guys. I'm going to get my GoPros. So I hope you guys have a good night tonight.
You have a good night, Frisky. Goodbye, Jennifer. Hope your dinner's nice. See you, Indigo. See you, T Stealth, waiting. Penny, if you're still on there. You too. Gonna get Daisy a McDonald's hamburger. Actually, I got hamburger for at home. Good luck, Brian, if you're still on here. Anybody else? Have a good night.